Leonardo Newman with Leo Newman Films here. And today we're going to do another breakdown of a recent project I worked on. This one is a commercial for the Bahamas Institute of Business and Technology. I actually graduated from this college in 2017, and a lot of the peripherals used in the video actually belong to me because I was an outstanding alumni. Woo, look at that. They wrote the script, so it was just on me to put together a story and a shot to complement the script and what the lead talent would be saying. So we used the actress, a local actress here in the Bahamas, who's also a singer, who I worked on a music video for recently, the Landria role. So y'all can go check that out on her IG page. So it's a video based around someone sharing their testimony of how the college would have changed their life. And it definitely changed my life, even though I'm not actually using the degree that I earned from there, which is computer systems management. I learned so much while I was there, and I actually miss school now. Don't tell no one that. Yeah, so if you guys are looking for college or something in the Bahamas, check them out. So today we're going to talk about the commercial, and I'm just going to walk you through some of the lighting setups, what I was thinking in terms of direction, and the concept. So we're going to play the commercial. It's a 30-second ad, so that'll be quick, and then I'll just go through a few screen grabs from the ad.
The Bahamas Institute of Business and Technology transformed my life. It gave me the opportunities that I needed to succeed. I benefited from their affordability and was able to complete my associate's degree on time. Their day, evening, and weekend classes meant that I didn't have to leave home or quit my job to pursue my dreams. Generous scholarships and installment plans made it easy for me to cope financially. BIBT was the right choice for me. Why not make it your choice?
Apply today at bibtbahamas.com.
All right, so that was the commercial. It's still one of my favorite commercials that I've done recently. I just really like the look. We nailed the look that we were going for, which is this high-key, pretty, really soft look. Everything was shot mostly on a Canon 50mm 1.4. At 1.4, we did a lot of our lighting influencing off the natural light that we already had, especially in the home. Had a few insert shots of some awards, some of her graduation paraphernalia, and just things like that would just highlight someone who's proud to have been to the school and graduated from the school. We just wanted to have a lot of BIBT related things around the house. So now we're going to walk through some of these screen grabs. For the most part, it's going to be more cinematography based in these screen grabs because there wasn't really a lot of direction notes per se. In this first shot, we are looking at the robe, and we just have a close up on the robe. This is a 100mm lens on a dolly. On a red Gemini. So we're pushing into this. What we really wanted to highlight was just this 2017. It was pretty interesting. And so in terms of lighting, there's the key coming from this side. And that's most likely a Godox 150W. It's just daylight, and we have a CTO gel on it, trying to give it a bit more of a warmer tone. So we really wanted to highlight this 2017. So it's key light. We don't have anything on this side. We actually do have some ambience kicking in this room just to bring up the levels because in here it was pretty dark. Now that I remember, and that was a 60W. Godox 60W, just kicking up for ambient, as an ambient source. If you could see before I move on from this, in the grade, I have a vignette really right around, I have a vignette like around here, just so it really pulls over 2017. It may be a bit much, but this shot is on the screen for so short that I just really wanted your eyes to draw straight up this 2017. So yeah. Oh, and this is my graduation robe, by the way. So that's beautiful. Now we have the wide shot of this. Once again, the key is coming from here. And it's the 150 with some CTO. With a CTO gel, just to make it warmer. You can see that right popping off right here. We do have a little bit of an issue right here. We have a bit of a double shadow situation going on because we do have the light coming from this main window right here that's is creating a bit of a shadow as well. But I really wanted to create my own shadow as much as possible. I wanted a nice hard shadow um, coming off it, and you can see some of the warmness of the light because I think we really made it warm. I actually, it was so warm, I actually made it less warm in the gray because I made it a bit too warm in camera. So yeah, so that's the key. Um, like I say, we had some ambience just in this room, just in this main room, um, just to fill in there because as you can see how bright our chair is, based on you know this window is just really bright. So we had to bring up the ambience in here a bit. So we do have um, 60W bouncing off the ceiling just in this room, and that's daylight just so that we could maintain some of this dynamic range in the window without it becoming too overblown. So yeah, so this is our first shot of our hero or our actress, our talent, and this is the medium shot. Um, so we'll see more in the wide. In this shot, our key is influenced from this window. So we do have the 150 W coming up on the side here, and it's just wrapping up around here a bit, just to catch that whole area, and it's in a big soft box, um, just to keep it flattering. I didn't want too hard of a contract ratio between key and fill, so that's why we brought it up a bit. We brought it around a bit more just so it doesn't fall too quickly to darkness. So I still wanted some shape. We still shooting from shadow side unless it gets brighter around here. So this window, it goes straight across, and the light just influence just to pull out a bit more. And then we have the backlight, which is a hard backlight, which is the 60W. We have it on a C stand just out of frame, so it's just stretching into frame. It's just hitting her around here and around the shoulders just to give some separation from this big old glass window that is huge and bright, and trying to maintain that dynamic range was crazy. So that didn't become totally blown up because these lights are pretty strong, but they ain't got nothing compared to the sun and how much light was coming through this house that day. So yeah, so that's the light. We may have some neg, I can't remember. I don't think we do. So this is the wide shot of it, of her in the same place, so you can see it more clearly. So that's the key. Uh, and she is, so it's a big old soft key that wraps around up to around there and then just softly spills to create a shadow here. And then this is the backlight slash edge. Can't spell. And that's the Godox 60, and then this is the 150, which is a pretty cool light, the 150. It's pretty big and powerful. But the biggest challenge of this shot was trying to maintain this door. Trying to maintain this door right here. It was, so that's pure daylight right there. And there's a pool, and this is the fence, this is the patio and everything. So I'm trying to maintain the information up there without it becoming too blown out, but still making it look natural and keeping the focus on her. So I had to balance. So we did as much as we could in camera, and then knowing the dynamic range of my rear Gemini, I knew I would be able to pull this back down a bit, pull down these windows a bit, and then just be able to point it back out in the frame, to pull out in the frame. So that was good. We may have had neg. I don't think we did though. I think if we did, it might have been a bit more darker here. You can see right here we do have some of the edge light hitting her face, which I don't really like. But this was a hard backlight, and if we had to do it again, I'd probably make it softer. I was watching a bunch of Grey's Anatomy when we shot this. They love these window uh, blind shadows on the walls, and it just creates some depth and texture on these plain blank walls. So we put the 150W um, outside to let it come through the windows just to create that shape in the wall. The sun wasn't doing it. The challenge was obviously competing with the sun, and we didn't have a flag, the flag of this window, so that you would see the impacts of the light more. Um, it's much softer than I initially was going for, but it still worked out, and it still adds a nice accent to the wall and to these. It still brings a bit of attention to these plaques on the wall, which we also have a standalone close-up shot for these as well. So like I said, we're just highlighting some of her achievements since leaving school. So this employee of the month, and then this her degree. So it's just a shot of her studying. So for the sake of sense, of making sense, we have the key here, which is the 60W Godox. My gaffer, trouble one partner, he's a piece by the way. So I just wanted to shout him out just now. So we have the 60W here, and it's just hitting the side. And we could have shoot on the far side, but I needed to still be able to see these. And so we shortened the outside key and putting the key over here, while it might have given me a far side key, it would have made no sense in terms of how this big window behind her, but the light coming in front of her. You know what I mean? So we didn't do that. We just went with what made sense for this shot of it. Just key it right from the side, influence from this window to just give a bit more key right here. And this is on a dolly, and this is the 50mm. And we were pushing in. This is a 50mm at 1.4. This is actually my first commercial shooting at 1.4 on this lens, so this is completely wide open. So you get a lot of chromatic aberrations and things like that, but you also get a really nice, soft, and pretty look, and that's what we were going for. So let's go to this next shot. Alright, so this is the first shot of her at school. I was trying to keep it, natural all this time, as best we could, but reality sets in, and this is the window. It was actually getting pretty dark, and this is the room light. But we still keyed from this side, even though none was over there, and there wasn't no light over there or anything. Or there wasn't another window over there. But we just ended up going with that. So we keyed from here. It was actually a edge light, a soft edge light that still acted as a key, because so it was edging her, but when it came to the main talent, it was catching just the side of her right there. So it was giving us some key on this side, and the room was tight in terms of bringing a bunch of lights and thing in there, and then I had the dolly in there as well. So we just had some ambience kicking up to the roof just to bring up the ambient level, and that was on the Godox. I can't remember. I think all two of these were 60. I'm actually pretty positive we just used the 60Ws here. So this was the 60W as well. No gels or anything, but our outfit matched so well with the wall and everything that this shot and these shots of her in the classroom just ended up looking really good. Our brown or orange or whatever color this is, it matches her hair perfectly, and it just matches really well with this wall, but keeps her separate and apart. and that was the beauty of it. So the lighting setup in there was pretty simple. So this shot was funny, and this shot I really liked this shot. So this is a shot of the teacher, and the same light that we were using um, to edge to give her a bit of a key and to edge her. We all I did, this was the last shot of the day. All I did was turn that, and it was like literally right out of frame to where if I had moved the camera inch, you might have seen it. So it's right there, and so it's just really hitting her nice and hard right here, but still really soft because we had a soft box on it. And then I brought it down even a bit more in post to make it a bit softer. And this was just beautiful. I really loved how this shot came out, even though it was, to be real, we wasn't even trying on this one because I think what we could have done was, like I said, we had a light green ambience in here, and we had brought in another light just to edge her right here, just to pop off this board a bit more. That would have been better, but that's just the little tweaks that we would have done. But we were at the end of the day, so we just did this, and it still came out really beautiful. So this was a simple setup, and all I did was ask her to, from a director standpoint, I just asked her to pretend like she teaching. It's just the funniest thing in the world. It's like how do you tell teachers to pretend like they're teaching when but they don't have to talk, you know what I mean? Working with a few teachers actually on camera, a lot of them just don't really know like what really to say. Because it's like, well, we recording audio, so can I just say anything? And it is funny. So let's go into this shot. So it's the same setup as here, same lighting situation. We didn't change anything. I actually did this one already. So just the key here. Coming from this side of the room, and then some ambience in the room. 60W, can't spell, key 60W. But I wanted to catch a lot of these insert and tight shots, and so we had a lot of them going on in the video. So this was just her right in. I think what actually happened was she like put her hand down on the desk. It's the action in the video, so that was pretty cool. And that worked out really good, and it just looks really nice. This is the final shot of that same scene, just the key right here. So it's acting as a real key now on her, because at this point in the video, the other students have left the classroom, and she's now packing up to leave, and she's talking about how the IBT changed her life. So there's just a key in them. Like I said, we just have some ambience kicking up at the ceiling in the room. So that's the end of the video. So you guys can let me know if you like videos like this. Tell me if you enjoyed it. If you like the breakdown, and I'll try to do some more of some other commercials. I want to do another breakdown of Live is Love. But that one is going to be more from a script standpoint. So it's going to be like the rolling script and seeing the people act out the scene. So that's most likely going to be the next video that I do. But let me know if you guys like this sort of stuff. Like I say, I do this for you just as much as for me, because it helps me grow, being able to talk about this and vocalize my thought process while shooting and directing or grading this. Like I said, it wasn't a lot of directorial things I had to do in here. I just basically told them I knew the types of shots that I wanted, so it's just basically coaching actions or facial expressions. So that was pretty simple. And we were on a dolly the whole time. We were on a Dana dolly the whole time. I might throw a behind the scenes picture so you guys can see the dolly and the setup. So yeah. So you guys have a great day. Leonardo Newman with Leo Newman Films. If you want to watch, like a lot of my client work, go to newellproductions.com. The link is in my bio. So you can see a lot of the projects that we do for clients, and a lot of the videos on our Vimeo page as well. So see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.